Hello, hello.
Nanny,
I'm going
the
live.
elf has gone.
The elf has
No,
gone.
it's not in the pot.
Oh my goodness
It's
me.
broken her eyes.
Oh my goodness me. Right, well, the elf has gone, and who would have known? So I'm just grabbing something a minute, or trying to grab something a minute, and then I'll crack on. I've mislaid the thing that I want to do, which is not an unusual thing for me to do, to mislay a thing. But if I can't find my thing, then I will go to plan B, because there's always a plan B. Hi, Sue. Hi, Facebook user. How are you? Who are you, Facebook user? Who are you? Honestly, I can't be trusted, can I? I cannot be trusted. I was all organised, but then I got distracted because we've got an elf in our house causing absolute chaos. You know what those elves are like. Oh, I've obviously put this somewhere safe, right? So I'm going to do plan B. So let me grab a bit of board. Come on, where are you? Do you know, honestly, I can see something and then in 5 minutes' time it disappears. Right, there we go. I got what I needed. Right. Bum bum bum. So I treated myself. Hi, Angela. Is it me, the Facebook user? Yes, it is you. It is you, whoever you may be. And so I treated myself, and I got myself some of this beautiful new collection from Nuneka box, and it's absolutely beautiful. And so I thought I'd do something nice with that tonight. And then I thought I'd quite like to do a little project with it. So, Julie Burrows, hello, lovely. Hello, hello. So that's the rice papers. And then there's extra cut-out sheets, which are a bit lush as well, aren't they? And look at these windows. They're mad. So, I'm just sort of having a little look, and as I'm having a little look, I'm gathering my thoughts. Then it's me. So let's have a little look. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a bit gorgeous. So I'm going to make a little book, I thought a little book would be good. And I'm going to use some of this collection and some other. They are stunning papers, so I'm going to use some of this collection, and I'm going to use a few other things. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, it's blooming gorgeous. So that's those papers, and then I'm also going to use one of these bits from these are Fiona Randall. She designed. They're not Fiona Randall, are they? Because they're pieces of grey board. If you come up as Facebook user, you have to give your permission to StreamYard. And for some people, for some reason, you have to do it a couple of times before it behaves itself. I don't know why, but you do. It's a weird old thing. So yes, I'm going to use one of these Fiona Randall grey board pieces, probably this one. And I thought I'd make a little something. And what I was looking for is, because I had a nice little mini book that it would have gone on, but I can't find my mini book, so I'm going to just make a mini book because I can. So I've got a little bit of grey board here, which I think will be perfect. Let's have a look. And I think, oh, that would make quite a nice, yeah, that's quite a nice little size, that. So I'm just going to put those papers down there a minute, out of my way. Now I'm only going to be on for an hour tonight, so I'll have to see if I can get this done. If I can't, then I might either reschedule or I don't know, we'll do something. But you can get a lot done in an hour. So I want this about, going to want it about there. So now I want to know how big this is. So I've gone for, I'm just over 4.5. So what I might do is I might make it bob on 4.5, just to make it easier for the measurements. So yeah, 2 pieces that are 4.5, and then how wide do I want this? Oh, let's have a look. Oh, I think I want this about 3 1/4 wide. I could have just used this, couldn't I, really? But I do want a little border on it. So, yeah, about 3 1/4 wide. So I'm just putting some little marks on, just so I've got a rough idea of where I want to be. Hello, darling, whoever you are. You're coming up as Facebook user, so I don't know who you are. But hello. So now I'm going to get my big boy Tim Holtzy out to cut this because it's quite a thick grey board. So 4.5, I think it was. I went for, yeah, 4.5. And then this one is 4.5 as well. Just get them chopped off. And then it was 3 1/4 that I wanted it wide. That's one. And that's the other one. So I've got my 2 panels that I want. Now I need to make a little spine, but I think that's going to be too small. Let's see. Have I got another bit of grey board kicking around down in my little... Yes, I have. Oh, this will do nicely. Thank you very much. So this needs to be, let me think. I want 4.5 long. So it's the same length as the panels. And then let's cut. How big do I want my spine? I think 1 inch is quite a nice size. So there we go. And you could use cereal boxes for this. It doesn't need to be anything as sturdy as grey board. It's just the grey board came to me. Oh, hi, Joan. Nice to see you. So, let's see. I've got my covers and my little spine. So, lovely. Now, I need to stick all of this together is the next thing I need to do. So, let me decide. Am I going to use fabric for the spine? I think so. I think that will do the job nicely. So I need a piece of fabric. Let me just grab some. Oh, there we go. Now you could use fabric, you could use Tyvek, you can use whatever you like, but I like to have something that's going to give my spine a little bit of flexibility and strength. So I'm just going to cut myself a little piece of fabric, only big enough for the spine is all I need. I'm not going to cover the whole lot in it because I want to use those beautiful papers for that. So let's do that bit, and then I want another piece on the inside as well. This is just a piece of fabric I had. Oh, make sure you've cut that too small, you silly girl. Right, let's come this side and just cut another piece because I can. There we go. So I've cut some fabric, one that's quite a bit bigger and one. Oh, hi Diane. You're showing us Facebook user. It's lovely to see you. So I've got my bits of fabric for my spine and I'm going to use that now because I want to cover this with paper, and the fabric isn't really, I'm not really bothered about it being that decorative, although it is quite decorative, isn't it? It is quite nice. It might be nice to see that. See, I'm thinking as I go, aren't I? It's terrible. So in that case, I'm going to stick this one on, which is going to be on the inside. So I'm just making sure. If you're not sure of how much gap to leave, take a little piece of your card and just hold it between and you'll get an idea, because that's the depth that you need, is about the width of your card. So I'm about there and I'm making sure I'm nice and straight down here. And ordinarily I would use bookbinding glue, but because I'm on a little bit of a rush. Is this still live? I am live. I am live. I am happening. Hello, Facebook user. So because I'm in a little bit of a rush, I'm using, this is Beacon 3-in-1 glue, and it's a really good quick glue, and it's really good for fabrics as well. It's a really good glue. So I'm getting plenty of that on there. And we'll just put the lid on there because otherwise I'll be quite giggly with all those fumes. So just making sure everything is where I want it, and it is. And then I'm putting my inside piece down. Okay, that will take quite quickly. That's with this glue, it's quite a nice. Hi Karen. Hi Hilla. There we go. So I've just got that inside piece on there now. I'm just checking this side. That's nicely done. And I can trim these edges because the outside one is going to come over these. So I can just trim these edges off. There we go. little bit wonky, but that's fine. And now I want to cover the outside, so I'm going to have a look at these lovely papers. They're so beautiful. Oh, they are so beautiful. I wonder now. I don't want to lose that bit because I've got a project in mind for that bit. But this bit I could use as the cover. That's really cool. So let's get those out of the way. And let's make this cover. Oh, how exciting. So I'm going to just make sure I cut this with enough foldy. But I've saved that bit for another project. I might even use it on this one on the front, but I wanted to have it available. So even the other side is really nice, isn't it? So now let's going to use the same glue again just because it's quicker. It'll do a nice finish, but my preference would definitely be either bookbinding glue or a nice watered down PVA is nice. Hi Nunu, hello. So I'm just going to look at this and make sure I'm getting the elements that I want. I think about there is going to be nice. Just getting it in position. Oh yes, lovely Olga isn't with me today. She's not feeling too special. She's got the lurgy. So, but we'll see her soon. And we've actually got some plans. We have got some plans for some stuff. We were going to do some stuff. But she's feeling a bit poorly. So I don't know. She might hop on and watch, but I know she's not feeling very well. So I've left myself a nice border around the edge. And then I'm going to cut here. Now, I'm not cutting right up to that corner. I'm cutting, I don't know, a couple of millimeters away from it. There we go. And then I'm just going to go around and fold everything. Make sure it all folds in nicely. Make sure it's all going to sit where I want it to sit. And then I can also, oh, you cheeky one. I've cut that angle a little bit off, but there's plenty of things we can do to hide it, so it's not the end of the world. Then I'm just going round with my bone folder, making sure that all those folds are right. You see, that one is not right up tight to the edge. That's better. Just making sure everything is where it's supposed to be and not sneaking off anywhere else. Yeah, so I've still got my dodgy little corner, but I can cover that up. And I'm gonna using the same glue, I'm just going to stick this down. It's really whiffy, this stuff. I don't recommend it in an enclosed area at all. There we go. Just there we go. So apart from my dodgy corner, we're all right. We're all right. So I'm gonna find my that's it. I need my ruler just to crease this. This is where the spine is, and I'm just creasing it so that my papers bend nicely. And I've got that nice fabric strengthening everything. Oh, yes, that's looking nice. Very, very nice. And then I'm going to take this other piece of fabric. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller, actually. Yeah, that's going to work nicely. Oops. So lots of adhesive again, but ordinarily I would use bookbinding glue because that's going to give you the nicest finish. But this stuff dries so quickly, it's better for doing lives. Let's just pull that there. And then I can bring this fabric over the top then, and that'll give me a nice finish once I put my inside cover in. There we go. Okay, so that's coming together nicely. Gosh, hello Facebook user, hello Facebook user. Yes, it's exactly the same as Fabri-Tac. In fact, you sometimes get this come up. If you search Fabri-Tac, sometimes this comes up. So it's exactly the same. But it's nice and quick drying for lives, which is rather handy. Right, so I am happy with how that's come together. Just trimming off there. And I should probably put some panels on the inside too, but I'm just, I want to do the outside first, which is probably a really bad idea, but I can't resist it. So let's have a look. What have we got? These pieces by Fiona are so beautifully cut and have so many interesting little layers to them. I think that's going to work really nicely. I've pulled that a little bit much there, but I think once I stick it together, it's going to work quite nicely. Oh, hang on. Is it? Oh, look at that. Get out of town. That's going to work really nicely. Okay. Oh, exciting. Oh, Moika. Right, let me put my lid on my glue here because these fumes are not a joke. And I'm going to put this little frame together. So I'm going to take the lid back off. I think the fumes are getting to me. Let me stick this together really quickly. They're so nice, these chip boards or grey boards. And they add so much lovely dimension. There you go, that's that one. And then this, no, there is the base, there's the base layer as well, but I don't think I'm going to put that on because I don't think it needs it. Let's have a look. Right. And particularly because I want to put the images underneath, I don't think I'm going to do it. Oh no, I am not. Right, let's just get this on. I think it's going to be really nice. I think it's going to be really nice. Let me just line this up so it's not on the squiff. There we go. That's looking good. So we're going to have that. Keep forgetting to put my lid on my glue. It's going to have that, and then I'm going to put that in behind it. But I do want to have some of this detail as well because I think it will be quite nice. Or do I just want that flower? Yeah. So I'm just drawing around so I know. Oh, it's so lovely. Look at this pile of books that it's on. It's gorgeous. Right. So, I'm going to cut this out. Da-da-da. Right, let me get my little snippy snips. I got myself a new pair because I ruined a pair by cutting something I really had no business cutting with them. I mean, they're very good, but they're not sore, are they? And I did get a bit carried away. Hey ho. So, have you seen who's coming to the circus? Oh my goodness. I am so excited. We've started selling tickets now. And it's super exciting. The projects are amazing. The teachers are amazing. It's just, it really is like magical. It's so exciting. So whoever can make it, it'll be really lovely to see you. Right, let's have a look at where we're at with that now. So that will be So that's rather nice. I think it might need another flower, which rather handily, rather conveniently, we will have another flower. Let me grab my cutting sheet because I'm sure there was flowers. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Right, I think one flower extra will be perfect. So let me cut. Oh, I just saw the one I wanted. Where did it go? There. La, 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 la. So yeah, the circus. Very cool. Very cool indeed. It is going to be fussy cutting those flowers. Oh, they're all right. They're all right. They're not too bad. We could send them all to David. He could do it all for us. Have you seen his flowers? He's going to be showing. These are new newspapers. They're stunning. David, for his mini class, because we've got so many major classes that Sam and David are going to do sort of smaller mini classes teaching techniques, and he's going to be showing us how to make some of his amazing flowers. And I'll tell you, I cannot wait, because if you know David's work and you've seen his flowers, they are pretty awesome. It's got to be said. Oh, can you hear the wind? It's so windy outside yet, I think. Just looking. Yeah, that's perfect. But, a little bit of cutting. I know. It's really exciting. He's doing his paper flowers. Sam is doing some freehand, how to freehand air dry clay structures on things. So that's her technique, and that's really exciting. And it looks, the project that she's done as her example looks amazing, and she's going to be doing that. And then the big projects, oh my word, I don't know where to start. I honestly don't know where to start. I mean, if you've seen Lou Withers' painting that she does, wow, it's pretty cool. She's going to be doing a stunning canvas, and she's going to be showing everybody how to paint the design, and get the effects that she gets. Did I mention that this is all kits as well? It's all you're going to get kits for all the projects. You'll have a kit for. So you just got to bring. I mean, I would bring my heat tool and some brushes and maybe your scissors, because it just saves waiting if you're sharing with other people. But yeah, you get all the kits as well. So yeah, Lou is doing this amazing canvas that she's put together. Do you know, I'm not gonna worry about those leaves that much, because I don't think I'm gonna see them. And then Anya van der Form, if you've seen her stuff, wow, she's amazing. And she's doing this amazing steampunky, underwatery scene, which is just amazing. And again, full kits for everything. And some goodies and prizes and goodie bags, and because we've got some amazing sponsors who are incredibly generous. I've had a word with a few old friends of mine, and so some of the teachers as well, and we're going to have some stunning goodie bags and prizes. So there's that. Where else? Who else am I up to now? Oh yes, I think that's going to be, that's what it needed. It just needed that extra flour on there. So we've got Olga is doing an amazing class. It's like a sort of angel-y, fairy type 3D thing, which is going to be amazing. And Nunu's doing an amazing class, which is just absolutely beautiful. And then Anna Finneber Dabrowski is giving a class, which is another stunner. I mean, it is just, it's ridiculous, really. When you divide it up, it is ridiculous. And then, of course, Leanne's going to be there with Mad Archers. So there'll be a shop there. And she's going to be doing make and takes. Yeah, it's amazing. It really is amazing. Natasha! Oh, please, honestly, your sleep is important. Yeah, rest and rest some more, I tell you. But yeah, so I'm just inking these flower edges so that they will blend in nicely when I stick it together. How are we doing for time? Oh, we're doing quite good. We're doing quite good. It's not too horrendous. Right, this little frame is nicely cooked now. Let me grab a bit of, I don't want varnish, no. I want, can I have some gesso? No, I can't apparently. Oh, hang on. That'll do nicely. Right, I'm going to pop a little bit of gesso on here because I'm going to spray some Lindy's on this frame to make it beautiful. So I've just got this little brush because it will get into the nooks and crannies. So can't stop for, oh, hi Jane, nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. So let me do that. So yeah, so the circus is going to be a bit amazing. And I'm a bit excited because I was a bit concerned because obviously when you're doing these events and stuff, you have to take out insurance and yada yada. And I'd got a price for the insurance and they had told me when I was taking it out that, you know, there were dates that I had to get it by to get the certain price that I wanted. And which meant at that point that the early bird price would have to end by Christmas. And I thought, well, okay, fair enough. That's, you know, that's how it is. But I managed to have a chat to the insurance company and I said, look, you know, I would really rather wait until, you know, because we need to get an idea of numbers and people who've paid up to date and blah, blah, blah. And anyway, I had a chat to them and they said that they would hold the price for me till the end of January. So that means, da-da. Oh, football match. Oh, no wonder you're tired. Oh my goodness. Wet, windy and horrible. But very exciting, I expect. But yes, so that means with the insurance company agreeing to hold the price till the end of January, that I can keep the early bird price till the end of January, which is very exciting because, you know, we want to give as good a value as we can possibly manage. So that is what we've done. So I'm very excited about that. So, yeah, hopefully Santa's going to give everybody tickets to come to the circus. That would be nice, because I can't wait to meet everybody. So, anyway, back to the job at hand. So, yeah, I'm just trying to get into these little nooks and crannies because I'm going to spray some Lindy's on here in a minute, because I have some Lindy sprays, because I was really lucky. I won one of the Lindy's challenges. And if you don't know what that is, I suggest if you join the Lindy's Gang group on Facebook, they have regular challenges and they have really nice prizes. And I won a gift voucher to spend in the store, and I got myself some really lovely sprays. They're the Enchanted Forest I got, and I'm really excited because I've got some magicals, not as many as lots of people have got, because lots of people have got hundreds of them, but I've got some magicals. But I wanted to try some of the sprays, and I've got to say they're really rather lovely. Right, I think that's gessoed enough. It is. It's in Cardiff, and it's April the 23rd and 24th in 2024, and it's going to be absolutely epic. It's absolutely epic. I haven't included accommodation in the 2 days because I wanted to keep the price down for one, and for two, you know, some people might want to share a room to keep costs down. Some people might want to stay in a different hotel. The Radisson it's a really nice hotel, and they're going to do us. We're going to have buffet lunches on both days, and snacks and beverages and all of that jazz. They're going to really look after us. But if you wanted to stay in a different hotel or in an Airbnb, you know, you've got that opportunity, because we haven't added the accommodation to the ticket. Right, that's about dry, I think. Right. My seat, my chair that I sit on when I'm in here is broken. And it keeps the hydraulic-y bit keeps going in it, and I keep I'm nearly sitting on the floor a minute. I'm gonna have to it's ridiculous. I'm gonna have to just pump myself back up again. Hang on, bear with me. Oh, that's better. My poor knees can't take that sort of abuse. Right, let's get some colour on here. I love these colours so much. Right, just giving them a little shake. And I'm going to start with, this is, let me move those in case I get it on there. This is Yesteryear Yellow. Ooh, you gorgeous thing, you. Right, now I want to dry that. Gonna dry that. Oh, thanks, Nuno. Thank you. It is. It's gonna be epic, and I know that's easy for us to say because we're gonna be there, but we've tried to put everything in it that we would want, because basically it's a bunch of people who just are really good teachers. And I think, you know, what will be happening in the classes is there'll be assistants in every class. And the beauty of that is that nobody minds being an assistant because we're all so excited to see each other's classes and be involved. Oh gosh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's rather nice too, isn't it? Right, I'm gonna, let's put some, no, which one did I want to put on first? Right, I want to put this Apothecary Azure on first. Oh no, I'm like, this isn't the Enchanted Forest sprays. This is Nunu's ones. This is the Steampunk Soiree. What am I thinking? I got the Magicals that are the Enchanted Forest. Right, so let's dry that one. I'm drying them as I go because I don't want the colours to particularly bleed into each other. So I'm drying as I go because I want to be like, I can see a couple of little bits of the yellow still, and I want to have that effect. There we go. Hi, Patricia. And let's use, this is Top Hat Teal, which I'm just, I don't want it everywhere. Just in places. There we go. I've used far more than I need, but you know, I am a more is more kind of person. Just getting that dry. Oh, that's so lovely. There we go. Now I want to add some, I should have somewhere on my desk. Yes, I have. And this is just some gold wax that I'm gonna just pop in places. Just to give it a little bit of, I don't know, a little bit of gold wax. Anya, hello. Hello. Bye. Hi, Terry. Hi. Right, so let's have a look. That's going to go on there. And that's going to go on there. Oh, the wind is going nuts by me. Is that going to fit? Yeah. Yes. Okay. So that's going to fit quite nicely there like that, I think. My flowers are popping out over the top a bit, but I can probably come down. Yeah, I like that. I think that's going to look nice. Hello, Facebook user, whoever you may be. Okay, let's stick all of this into place. And then we've probably got enough time to just quickly do a little bit of something on the inside. So I'm going to use my super speedy glue again because it's super speedy. And I'm going to stick that in place there. And these papers are just gorgeous. And that needs to go about, no, down a bit, up a bit. And get it in the right spot. Now it feels like, anybody here old enough to know the golden arrow? Up a bit, down a bit, left a bit, right a bit. Yeah, that's going to work. That's going to work. Oh, hi, Karen. Yes, you're coming up as Facebook user. You are. Right. And we'll stick that on there like that. Just making sure that's in place. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. Might need to just pop a little something else on there quickly because, you know, it's got to be done sometimes, hasn't it? Where did I put? Where did I put the butterflies? Butterflies. I'm sure I did. Yeah, there's one on here. Oh, that's going to work perfectly. That's going to work perfectly. I'm just cutting this out from the big piece of paper a minute. And then I'll bring it round so you can see it. Okay, I'm going to do that one because I think that'll be perfect. I'm not cutting the antennae because I'm not insane. No, I do sometimes if I'm feeling particularly good with the scissors, I'll cut the antennae, but I don't think many people notice if you don't. The only person who knows that they should have been there is you. Ah, no, you're you. I'm not sure why Rachel only sees Facebook user. I do only see Facebook user. It's so bizarre, isn't it? It's so bizarre. I don't know why. And I think StreamYard kind of, it picks and chooses, doesn't it? Because I know sometimes I've come up as Facebook user. And I'm definitely registered. So how are we going? I want to get this done within the hour. Why did I decide to put a butterfly on here? Because I had to. It's a moth, I think, actually, isn't it? It is a moth, not a butterfly. Right, there we go. So I've got that there. I'm just going to ink the edges. And pop this. I think, yeah. I think it needs to go there. Yeah, there. Let's pop that on. And then we'll go inside and try and get some done inside. So there we go. That's the outside. I do, but it doesn't mean Rachel does. I see you as Susu. Oh, we're getting this. Oh, Who are we? Who are we? Right, now I can use these pieces. So I've only used one piece of paper, which is Ace. So I can use these pieces to pop. Yeah, that's going to be the right size in there. And my dog, well, it's not my dog, it's my grand dog, does not like the wind very much. Right, let me get a paper trimmer. Come here, come here, come here. Right. So 4x3 should be about the right size for these. Is that straight? And so there's a piece of 4 that can go on there very nicely. Lovely. So let's do another one of those and a little piece for the spine as well. So 3. Oh, we're a little bit squiffaroo there. 5, 4. So that's my 2 inside panels. And then I want my spine to be about 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to take about 3/4 of an inch. There we go. By cheeky. By 4. That's it. So I've got all those pieces cut now. They are the most pretty papers, and they've got really, really lovely details in them. Really lovely details. And, you know, they're the sort of papers, like I have some papers that less so these days because there are so many good ones out there. But I've had papers that I'm not really that bothered about, and you know, they have, you know, you have ones that you don't mind if they get covered over or they get painted on or whatever, because they're just, you know, they're just kind of all right. But these papers, you want to use every last little scrap of them because they are just absolutely gorgeous. They are so nice. And I grabbed them tonight because, like I said, I bought them as a treat for myself, which I don't very often buy myself crafty treats because a lot of the stuff I do is for other people, so I don't get a lot of time to do my own things, so I don't very often buy my own things. But I bought these as a little treat, and they are I just want to use every last scrap of them. So let's get that spine in there. So I'm just sort of covering up those bits. Right, I reckon we've got 2 minutes till 7 o'clock, which I was hoping to be finished by, and I'll get the inside finished. But if you would like me to just quickly pop a signature in, I can do that and just show you a quick pamphlet binding if you would like me to, or I can go and post pictures. It can go either way. There we go. Just popping these inside panels in. That's my Dodgy Dodgson corner, but I'm going to ink that up and nobody will ever know that I had a Dodgy Dodgson corner. Right. There we go. That's my last little bit on there. So I've got that's my little book done. Now, shall I just do a couple of signatures? I feel like I should. I don't know. Couple of signatures quickly, little sort of 10-15 minutes extra. I could. Let's have a look. It feels like it would be rude not to. Right, I want a nice piece of paper. Oh, that's too beautiful. See, they're too beautiful to cut up. I don't want to cut them up, but I need to cut them up for my signatures. So look at this. It's just ridiculously beautiful, isn't it? So I am going to do a couple of signatures quickly. So that I know that they're done. So let me see. Right. So if I do, I can do 2 6s like that, and then yeah. So I'm doing. I've got the one piece of 12 by 12 that I've cut into 4 6 by 6s. Like so. And then I'm going to score the bottoms. Let me get my scoring tool. They're just beautiful. So I'm going to get my scoring tool and I'm going to score at the bottom 2 inches on each of them. There we go. Which way do I want this? I want this that way. So, have a think when you're doing it, which way you want it. But the 2 inches at the bottom is going to fold up and become a flat. And we're also going to do 3 inches, which should be the middle. So let's do 3 on all of them. So they're all got 2 going across the bottom and 3 so that they're scored in the middle. Voila. So that's done. And then I'm going to fold up that 2 score line. I'm just deciding which side I want it on because they're so pretty. It's really hard to decide which side, but I like that I can have that. So I've got pocket slots that I've created, and I want that way on this one, like that. And oh, it's hard. I'm gonna do that way on that. No, I'm not. I'm gonna go that way. Oh, it's so hard to decide which side you want. Right, and then no, I'm gonna do that way. Oh, but I lose those little flowers, and I really like those little flowers. So I've done that. So I've got 4 pieces like that, and I'm just going to grab. Oh, have I got one up here? I'm just looking for my my hole punch. I was hoping I had one up there, and I haven't. I just got to grab my little hole punch from under my desk. Cool. And I'm going to do a little half cut on these pockets, just because it will make it easier to get things in and out. So I'm doing that in my pockets. Like that. And we're going to sew these in with just a little pamphlet stitch, which is really nice and simple, and I really like it for putting things in, like binding things in, because it's a really simple way of not only binding things in, but if you want to take anything out, it then is very easy. So I need to make myself a little template now, which is going to take a couple of seconds. Let me get these together, and I'm going to use my what am I using? I'm using my oh, what does he call this? It's a Tim Holtz tiny attacher, just to hold my pockets in place. I think that that's quite a nice little finish. You could sew them, or you could use a line of glue. In fact, we can use a line of glue on some of them as well. I'm not going to get my sewing machine out, but I do like a bit of sewing on my journals, so you can do that. But what you need to do, if you glue little edges like that, because you're only using a fine piece of glue, you need to just hold it in place just for a minute, just for the glue to attach itself properly. And I'm just going to staple these. See, that's what I know it as, is a stapler, not an attacher. But that's okay. Right, so here we go. I've got all my pockets done. That'll be stuck now. It doesn't take much. There we go. So they are done. Oh, that's a little bit, I've cut that a little bit bigger for some reason. Oh, I've got it upside down as well. Right, there we go. So that's, I'm going to do 2 signatures, and it's going to be those 2. And then the nice thing is I've got all of those little bits that I can cut out and put in here, so that's really cool. But obviously I'll do that another time. I'm just going to show you how I make a little stencil and you know, doofer, do my papers, isn't it? That's what I'm looking for. Right, let's have a little piece of paper. So what I do when I'm doing this is I cut myself a piece of paper that I know is as big as my spine. So I know that my spine is 4.5 by 1 inches. So now this is a super lazy way of doing this. So let's get that under there. So 4.5 by 1 inch. So right, I know that this is the size of my spine. And this works for any books you want to do and for any binding, but I'm going to use it for pamphlet stitch. So I've got my little piece which is representative of my spine, and I'm going to make a template that's going to allow me to make holes in my spine and also going to allow me to make holes in my signatures. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in half, because with pamphlet stitch we need to make 3 holes. So this is going to tell me where I'm going to put those 3 holes. So they're going to go there, there and there. So now I'm going to put in 2 signatures. So now I need to decide where I'm going to put my signatures. And this is such a lazy way of doing it, but it works. So that's kind of why I do it. So I've just folded it in half and in half again. And this is going to give me little crossovers on those lines that I just folded horizontally. And I'll be able to mark them then with a pencil and see where I want them. And they'll be nice and evenly spaced. So I want 2 signatures. So I'm going to put one there, one there. Where's my middle holes? There and there. And my end holes are there and there. So that's given me nice, evenly spaced holes. I'm nicely in from the edges. No, I'm not going to hide it. I'm going to do a nice little pamphlet stitch now on there. So I'm just getting my foam pad and I'm going to make some holes and we'll get these in super quick. So there we go. So I just take my awl, or if you've got a nice sharp pokey tool, you can use that. Just make those holes. And then I'm just going to check on the other side, make sure they're all visible, because I've done this a lot with fabric. And then I go to put things in the holes and I can't find them because the weave of the fabric has disguised them. So I'm just going back through those holes to make sure that I don't lose them. Where is it? There it is. There we go. And the last 2 are there. Right. I can definitely see those 2 nice rows of holes. I'm a little bit off where I wanted to be, but do you know what? I think that's going to be fine. Yeah, I didn't set that paper down in the middle, but that does mean I could put another, there's room for another signature, but I'll do that at a later date. So let's get the needle and we'll add these signatures in quickly because we can. All right, Angela, nice to see you. Have a nice dinner. Am I shouting? I don't know why I'm shouting because it's not like you're in the other room, is it? It's not like you can hear me. So I've got some thread here that I'm going to use because I just happen to have it on my table, but you can use any thread when you're binding. Obviously the wax thread is traditional, but you can use anything you want. And if you want to strengthen it, you can just run it through some wax. Right, so, and what you need to do as well is you need to put holes in your signatures. So there we go. We can use the same template. There, and grab those ones. Use the same template. Just make sure you position it evenly because it's a little bit taller than your pages because the spine is taller than the pages. If I was doing a big book, then obviously this would not be a particularly useful method, but for a little book like this is great. So then for pamphlet stitch, all you're doing is you go, depending on where you want your knot to be. I want my knots inside, so I'm going through the middle there, and then I'm going through the middle in my book like that. Oh, I should probably check if I've got this the right way up, shouldn't I? Yes, I have. So I'm going through the middle in my book, leaving myself a little end to tie, and then you can go in either the top or the bottom, whichever one you fancy. So taking that through my pages. That's it. And then I'm going all the way down to the bottom and through the hole in the spine. My spine is very thick. There we go. So that was big long stitch from top to bottom there. And then I'm going back in this hole in the middle and just keep an eye on where it's coming out. There we go. And then I've got a thread either side of the big long one. So I'm losing words now. And I can just tie it off. So I like to just tie it with a little bow because I think that looks quite nice. But if you don't like that, you can tie a little knot and you can push it back. If you tie a little knot, you can push it back through and hide it underneath the signature. But I quite like having a bow. So there we go. I've done that before, sewn in a sig. Oh, it's easily done. Enjoy your dinner, Nunu. Enjoy your dinner. So there we go. I'm just going to sew this one in and then we'll call it a night. So I'm going in through the middle again. That's it. Oh, I've forgotten one. That one needs to go in as well, doesn't it? Right. Cheeky. So in through the middle. Need myself a tail. Oh, I nearly started singing then. I've got to be careful. And then we go out through one end. There we go. And up to the top. Through both of them. Come on, cheeky, cheeky. Talking of cheeky, I've got a cheeky elf in my house. I wonder what he's going to get up to tonight. There we go. So again, you can see on the spine, it's going to give me just a nice finish. Nice stitch. So either side of that long stitch there. Pull that up, pull that tight. Pull the needle off there. And give it a little bow. There we are. So I've got a relatively tidy spine, which I'm going to have to maybe redo that because I'm not quite happy with it. But you get the idea of the effect that you get. You get some nice long lines. And then that's the front of my little book. And then I've got my signatures inside with little pockets that I can put some little bits of ephemera and doodads in. But I think I'm gonna whip this out and redo it because I'm not quite happy with that spine. But that's the nice thing about the pamphlet stitch, is that it is really easy to take signatures in and out with. So I'm going to do that later on or tomorrow. So yeah, I've got I can show you. There's one I'm working on here, which I'm going to do. I'll have a little video of soon. And I've used the same pamphlet stitch and fabric, and I've put some little paper beads on there. So it's it's really, I haven't finished this yet. I need to finish adding the colour, but this is using lots of Zinsky art, Eleanor Gazinski's designs, and that's a bit of Claire Steed's stamps and some Funky Fossil foamies and stencils, but the bulk of it is Eleanor Gazinski's artwork, and it's amazing. If you haven't been to her Etsy shop, I recommend it. She does this is printed. A lot of this is just printed off. I've obviously done the stenciling and the stamping, but a lot of these little elements, they're printed and they're amazing to use. So I really enjoyed that. But anyway, I'm digressing, aren't I? So thank you very, very much for joining me. Yeah, it is. It's very funky looking. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys again soon. So thank you very much. Bye bye. Bye bye. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Oh, thank you, Sue.